attitude. Hot it up because you know so that you really rude. Steam it up because you know you got me in the mood. Carnival, Estelle.
If I was to tell you just how much I need you, would you come tonight? Or would you not believe me? Cause a love that easy never turns out right. I'm trying to change the rules, you deserve something good in your life. We waited for far too long, so come get your blessings tonight. Baby, won't you come over, love, so I can show you love.
Straight away.
Let's go.
To give you all that you need, baby. So many souls to find, love that's as good as mine.
It's a sign.
I wanna waste your time, so bring it on to me, baby.
Girl, I've been waiting for the longest time. Just to run, come and give you this love. Yeah, yeah. Girl, you know that you've been on my mind. Can't sleep at night and such. Baby girl, now that you have shown me the sign to press gas and don't bother with the clutch. Baby girl, I'm gonna give you loving all night long.
Yeah,
Just don't let you won't forget my touch.
We're doing chemistry.
Baby, let me teach you, give you all instruction, show you what I know. We should take it easy, ain't no need to rush, no, baby, nice and slow.
Alright, so y'all ready to get it in?
Love I
Or
can
what?
give to you, I
Y'all ready to
expect
get it
just
in?
a bit in return. You don't have to be perfect, love, as long as you're willing to learn. Baby, won't you come over, love, so I can show you love.
Let me know when y'all ready so we can go in.
To give you all that you need.
I'ma search some shit.
So many search to
It's gonna be
find
poppin'.
love that's as good as mine. I don't wanna waste your time, so bring it on to me.
So let me tell you that my adrenaline is pumping. I'm thinking of one thing between you and me. Tell me, girl, the pace is too fast for you, baby. Then we can take it more slowly.
I got you.
I'll take you to the top. I never drop you, never flop you. When I'm away, man, I forgot you. Girl, my love is coming at you. I'll be happy when we really catch you. So what you wanna do, girl?
Let me know when you ready so we can get it in.
Give you all of my love.
Or should I just start now?
Let's
Alright,
do
let's
what
start now.
love do. Oh, ready for you. Don't wanna waste my time. So baby, back tonight. Don't keep me waiting for love.
Oh, let me hear the joke one more time.
Won't you come over, love, so I can show you love. Show you it's what I got to give you all that you need.
I know you got it, girlfriend.
So many search to find. That's my shit. Alright, let me turn this down. That is my shit though. Doc, I got you. I'll send you that joint if you need that joint. That's that work though. Alright, so this is chemistry class. We're doing the light chemistry. I made something. Yes.
I ate all the pear up.
Why are you still awake?
All the pear up.
Yo, this is crazy. Because what?
Because I ate all the pear up.
Because you ate all the pear up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, was it good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's time to go night-night.
No, Grandma said I gotta get another snack.
You don't need no more snacks. It's time for night-night.
No, I want more.
All right, well, you wait a minute. I'll bring it to you. All right, go ahead upstairs. I'll bring it to you. Crazy. Madness. Gaggut greetings. Okay, so we're going to do some chemistry. All right, so while I'm opening up the bill, I'm going to get it started. I made something, you know what I'm saying? And this, I don't even want to call it an invention. It's more like a homemade distiller. And this homemade distiller is something that you could use right now, especially in your neighborhood, wherever you at. You might be suffering a water shortage because of all of this scare with this corona shit. Niggas is buying up all the damn water. I went to the store, wasn't no, at least the water I want, it wasn't there. Like, it just wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? So I've developed a way to use my culture, to use chemistry, to use science, to actually fill that void for me. And I just want to share it and put some people on. You know what I mean? So if you like chemistry, or if you don't even know if you like chemistry, but you want to understand the shit. If you like water, nigga, you want to be able to make your own clean water better than the shit at the store. I'm gonna compare my water to this Poland Spring. I'm pretty sure all of y'all buy this Poland Spring. It ain't open yet. I didn't crack the seal on it. I'm gonna test this, and I'm gonna test it against my water that I'm gonna make. Well, our water that we're gonna make right now, using some regular tap water. You know, some Philadelphia's finest. So first, I'm gonna take the tap water out, and I'm gonna test it. But while I'm testing it, I'm gonna get the experiment started, so that way everything is in real time. So while everything is processing, we'll have everything broken down, and then when we go to unveil everything, the timing will be perfect. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I've developed, what I was working on, and it's just something I just use some household things. Like, you can just use some household things. You don't need nothing too sophisticated, at least to begin with. You know what I'm saying? For your own personal needs, you don't need nothing too extravagant. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna break it down for you, and you could always build on. This is just the blueprint. I'm gonna give you the blueprint, and you can build on. Please build on. Like, you know, try it out, experiment with it, and you'll get better and better. Like, I've been doing it for a little bit. I've been getting better and better every time I do it. You know what I'm saying? So let me show you this. All right. So what I've done is I've taken a teapot, okay, and I've retrofitted this teapot with a hose. This hose is plumbing grade hose. They use this. It's in your house right now. You know what I'm saying? They got different kinds of it. It's called PEX. You're familiar with PEX? How they use PEX is, you know, the smokers was breaking into houses. People were stealing the copper pipes out of people's houses. So in order to cut down on that, they start using this PEX because it's cheaper. It's a lot inexpensive. So when you use the PEX, they tend not to break in and try to steal it, you know, because they can't sell it to the junkyard. You see what I mean? So they don't touch this. So I kind of retrofitted this teapot, right? This teapot with the PEX. You know, I used the rubber holes with a little fitting. That's what I bought from Home Depot. I bought that from Home Depot. All of this was just in the house. You know what I'm saying? I could have went fancier and got the copper. Now, if I'd have went and got the copper, my results would have been a little different. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully in a good way, you know. But this is just a simple way that you can do this right now. Like, you can do this right now and be stocked up on water. Even if you didn't have the luxury of having a stove, you could just build a fire outside and light the fire under this pot, and it would take the crappy water, whatever crappy water you got, and it would convert it into clean, drinkable water. Better than the shit they selling you in the store, and I'm going to show you that right now. All right, so start with this. There's nothing in here, right? It's empty. Empty pot, right? Empty pot. We're about to fill this with some water out of the sink. Some Philadelphia finest, all right? I want you to see me. All right? And then we're going to test this water by itself too, so you can see the levels of this water. All right? Not too many people will take you to chemistry class real quick. See, purify. You don't want to purify. You don't want to purify. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you all of that. Just give me 1 second. All right. So, empty glass, nothing in it. All right. Empty glass. Put the hose. Can you see me? Yeah, you can see me. All right, so put the hose in the glass. and it's flexible. All right. Hold on, let me give you a little close up of this real quick, and I'm gonna explain all of this to you. All right. So, put the holes in the glass. All right. Make sure you put the lid on this John. All right. Turn that thing up. Crank that thing up. All right. Cool. So, let me draw an illustration, because you already see what we got going on. All right. You see what's going on, okay? All right, because somebody will tell you, you know, you want clean water, just boil the water. That's not what you do. This is what you do, okay? Now, let me finish building with you real quick. I'm gonna draw this out, because I've been doing it like for a little bit. Shane is on point. Shane is on point. I might not even need to draw it. I could probably just talk to you about it. So what's going to happen is the water's going to boil, right? And what we're looking for is pure water. What is water? We're talking elements and compounds, all right? If we're talking elements and compounds, then we're talking about chemistry. We're talking about chemistry, we're going back to Kemet, all right? Kemet, the land of the blacks. Chemistry, chem means black, mystery means magic. So this is black magic. How do we take this dirty water and turn it into clean water, drinkable water, the best water? How do we take this EPA mandated measured water with poisons in it, all type of stuff in it, we don't even know what's really in it? How do we take that and turn that into pure water? H2O, elements and compounds. This is chemistry, okay? This is black magic. Now, what's going to happen is water is H2O, right? Water is 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen can also turn into gas, right? It can also turn into gas. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this liquid, right, and turn it into a gas form. Now, all of those other elements and compounds that's inside of that water that we don't want to drink, they will stay in the pot. And the hydrogen and the oxygen will convert into steam and rise to the top. And as it rises to the top, it's going to come through that hose, and then that hose is going to lead it into that glass, and it's going to re-liquefy. It's going to turn back into liquid water. And that liquid water will contain none, if very little, bit of particles, other leftover particles from the contaminants that's in the water. So you could even do it a couple times to get it clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer. You could even keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? You could take it, put it to the side, clean the pot out, redo it, the same, and it'll get better and better and better and better and better. Unless you get it the first time off and it's like bang bang. You know what I'm saying? So what we're doing this for is because we see, right? We see how crazy shit can get, you know, when we live in a fear-based society. You know what I'm saying? Because they talk about this illness. Everybody's going to the stores, buying all the products. It wasn't no water in the store when I went to the store. Like, I felt bad for some people that was there looking for it, because I don't know if they could get it anywhere else or if they even know. And the problem is, when we drink this water out our spigot, we don't really know what's in it. We don't even know that there's things in it. Like we saw what happened in Flint when they had that water, that lead was in the water, and they was drinking the water. Little kids got lead poison and all that stuff. And they're lucky, actually, because their water was brown. Their water looked brown. So that's automatically giving you an indication that something is wrong. But right now, wherever you at, you're looking at your water and it's clear. You think nothing is wrong with it. You think it's cool, so you drink it. But what happens is, when you drink this water, all of those elements, all of those other elements and compounds inside the water, they get lodged inside your body. This gives you kidney stones, gallstones, arthritis. You know, when you wake up in the morning and as soon as you get out the bed and your bones crack and all of that, that's minerals, elements, and compounds that's left over from what you drank, and they deposit in your body. So we don't want to put it in our bodies to begin with. But products like this, fucking Poland Springs, products like the stuff that come out of your damn sink, all of that stuff has chemicals in it, and I'm going to show you right now. And I urge everybody to don't believe nothing I say. Although I'm conducting this experiment live for you right now, you want to be able to do this yourself. Your kitchen is your laboratory. You are a scientist. Science is the observation of nature. So what happens in your natural world, you ought to pay attention to it, question it, measure it, poke at it. You got to do all of that. Because if not, we leave ourselves in the hand of the government. Govern meaning control, means mental. All right, so we don't want to leave ourselves in, at that spot. We want to be able to take care of ourselves. You see what I'm saying? So in order for us to take care of ourselves, we got to arm ourselves with some knowledge. We got to exercise our intelligence. So get back into chemistry real quick. Just the word chemistry. You notice I spelled it different. I spelled it with a K because chemistry came from Kemet, what the Greeks called Egypt. The people who lived there didn't call it Egypt. They called it Kemet, meaning the land of the blacks, the black land. And then we got a problem with people right now saying that we're not black, or we shouldn't call ourselves black because black means death and black mean this. Well, our ancestors didn't see black as meaning death. Our ancestors didn't see black as meaning empty, void of anything. They didn't see black as that. They saw black as the highest form of deification, which is why they often deified ancestors in black, like Asar, the great black. Like the very name Kemet, land of the blacks, the black community. This was no problem. We got to stop letting the lower self, the government, the establishment define what our culture is and define who we are. We got to stop that shit, like real rap, because they don't have our best interest. When we see that the struggles that we go through and the things that's going on, we know they don't have our best interest. We got to love ourselves. We got to be ready to love ourselves. And I love myself so much. I wanted to show y'all this because there's somebody out there that could need this information. You never know when shit could go down and you could actually be on your own. And what are you going to do on your own? You ought to be able to get back into your culture, and that should bring you back to where you need to be. So understanding chemistry, right? And I have another experiment I'm working on. I'm almost ready to unveil it. That's going to be dealing with alchemy. We're going to talk about it first before I actually do it and show you alchemy, because it's very tricky. I'm not even going to hold you. It's tricky. Last time I did it, I almost blew my damn house up. It was real. I really almost blew my house up. I could have hurt myself. I wasn't patient enough. I should have been more patient. But I've learned from that. That's what science is about. Trial and error. You got to keep going. Okay, I'm going to wait. It's almost boiling. Then I'm going to show you how it works. All right, now, with the setup that I got, I'm going to lose a lot of the steam because I didn't put a lid on it. But you're going to see this is still enough to catch a significant amount of the steam, then re-liquefy it into water, into clean, drinkable water, even better than what's in the sink. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's test what's in the sink right now so we can actually see this. Let me put this up real quick, and then I'm going to come back to these notes. Alright, so I'm going to test the water in the sink and show you what the water is in the sink right here where I'm at. I don't know if you tested your water, but I advise you to. A way you can do that is you buy one of these. It's called a TDS meter. Oh, you know what? My bad. Hold on. The way you could do that is invest in one of these. It's called the TDS meter. TDS means total dissolved solid material. Okay? Total dissolved solid materials. Because water is very strong and potent. Water has the ability to dissolve solid materials. They put a car in the ocean. The water will eventually rip every piece of that car apart. Your roof get damaged because the water will tear a hole through your roof. The water will rip the damn concrete from in between the bricks. Water is very strong. Alright, so if you take like some rock salt and you put it in a bottle of water and you shake it long enough, that salt is going to dissolve and it's going to be in the water. So that's what happens. There are water that have dissolved materials in it. Yes, it's a strong solvent, correct. You know what I'm saying? So with this TDS meter, we're gonna test the water, and we're gonna shame the devil. You know what I'm talking about? Scratch a lie, find the thief. And then Ray Mom said, scratch a lie, find the thief. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so walk with me. I just had to plug my phone up. I was charging my phone for like an hour, and it still ain't get but like 20% on there. I just want you to see me so you know I'm not frauding. Alright? So we're going to put the spigot water in this, and then we're going to test it with the TDS meter and see how much total dissolved solid materials are in the tap water first, because this is the same tap water that we're going to make pure water with. Just using a regular kitchen / laboratory with some regular equipment. I just showed y'all the equipment. I'm going to show it to you again. As soon as it kick up a little bit, I'm going to show it to you again. Stay right there. Oh. Okay, now I'm going to transfer it to this glass. Hold up. Darling, have a heart. Cheese and crackers. Alright, so I'm going to transfer it to this glass. Hold on, let me move this joint down a little bit or something. There we go. Okay. So this is out the tap. Somebody tried to call me. Alright, so this is out the tap. And we're going to put it in here just so we can test it. I want you to be able to see it. Alright. Boom. Alright. Give me 1 second. You see it's right there. Give me 1 second. Woo. My apologies. Alright, so it started going already. Alright, it started going. It's lit. So I'm going to take some notes. I'm going to write these numbers down, and we're going to compare. Alright, that's what science is. We're going to compare. Boom. So let me explain this TDS meter just a little bit more. Alright, so the TDS meter, it actually tells you how to read it, and the dissolved solid material is measured in parts per million. Alright, parts per million. Every million molecules of water that's in here, there should be a certain amount of parts of solid material that's allowed to be in there. The Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, actually measures and monitors how much contaminants are allowed to be in our water. Like, imagine that. They measure how... It's like, hold on. There's too much. We got to clean some of this out. You can let a little bit in. They actually measure how much contaminants are in our water. Like, this is fucking crazy. Water is 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. It's H2O. If you add anything to that, it's not water no more. It's not water no more. Like, that's something else. It's a cocktail. Like, if you get a pack of Kool-Aid, put it in some water, that's not water no more. It's Kool-Aid now. Like, it's a cocktail. It's something else. Once you add something other than hydrogen and oxygen to it, it's not water no more. But this is what they do for a living. Like, this is literally their job. They actually measure how much contaminants are allowed in our water. There should be 0 contaminants in your water. It should just be hydrogen and oxygen. That's what water is. H2O. That's what it is. You add anything to it, it's not even water no more. Straight up. So what they're doing is they're poisoning us. You know what I'm saying? So This TDS meter gonna tell us the truth. Alright, so let's look at this water right here. This is the tap water. It was right here the whole time, didn't go anywhere. I don't want to seem like I'm not fair. I'm be totally fair. Alright, so we're going to turn it on. Right? You see it says 0. Right? It says 0. Now let's see what we get. What's the reading? Wow. Okay. Hold on. I gotta do this over. Because I didn't run this down for y'all first. Hold on. Let me run this down. Let me run this down real quick. Okay. So, let me explain this. On the back of the TDS meter, it tells you how to read it. Okay? It tells you how to read it. How pure is your water? Right? TDS in parts per million, ppm. Ideal drinking water, right? Ideal drinking water is from 0 to 50. That's ideal drinking water. You shouldn't be drinking water that has more than 50 parts per million in it. This is what they're telling you. Ideal drinking water has in between 0 and 50 parts per million, right? Anything more than that is really not ideal drinking water. This is carbon filters and mountain springs. This is hard water. This is marginally acceptable tap water, high tap mineral water, springs, EPA's max level of contaminant level. The max level of contaminant level is 500. Listen, from 0 to 50 is what you want to drink. Ideal drinking water is from 0 to 50. Now let's see what the tap water is right here in North Philly. Let's see. And I already read it, but we're going to read it again. Because I had to run that back so y'all know when I show you this damn number, what the hell is going on. Okay? So, it's at 0. It's at 0. How much do you think it's going to be? Somebody take a guess in the room. How much do you think it's going to be? Take a guess. How much do you think it's going to be? Okay. Don't worry. 299 parts per million. It's a good guess, 200. 299. She said 400. It probably is in one area around here. It probably is. 299 parts per million. Right? 299. Damn near 300 parts per million. We shouldn't be drinking this. We should not be drinking this. So 299. Let me write this down. 299 parts per million. So tap water, right, was 299 ppm. Alright, boom. So that's the tap water. The tap water was 200. Jeez, he said 369. Okay. I like that. Alright, so we know what to do with this. We throw this out. Hold on 1 second. Get rid of this. You know, then we want to talk about some candidate that's trying to, man, you must be crazy. They're not talking about this. This is the reason why niggas got arthritis. It's the reason why niggas got goddamn kidney problems and gallbladder problems. Alright, so look. See, it's going, you know, there's a little bit of steam escaping from here. That's cool. You know, no steam is escaping from the beginning of the hose. And you see all of this steam condensing back into liquid. When you get here, it's going back into liquid form. Alright, we're just going to let that build up a little bit so we can get a nice, good, measurable amount. You know, I'm going to let it get about maybe an inch. Get about an inch of it, and then we're going to test this water. Alright, so while we doing that, we waiting for that. Let's pick on this Poland Spring. Let's pick on this Poland Spring. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to the market, you're going to the store, You think you're getting some good water, and you grab a Poland Spring. What could be wrong with that, right? Well, I'll tell you what be wrong. Just like I said before, when we drink these waters, they have dissolved solid material in it. And that solid material, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's tap water in the pot too. You must have missed that part, Jay. It's tap water. The same tap water, that 299 parts per million is what's in that damn pot. And we're going to extract the hydrogen and the oxygen out of that cocktail, and we're going to bring it back in the liquid form. I'm showing you how to take the dirty ass water that you got and make clean, drinkable water. Alright? Because it's crazy out here right now. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. It's a distillation process. Thank you. I'm using all these other damn terms. It's simple. Thank you very much. We're distilling water. This is a distillation process. Thank you. I love people. See, that's why you're here. That's why you're here. That's why they sent you, so you can help me. Thank you very much. So, let's pick on this Poland Spring, because this is the stuff that we go and get. It's readily available. We go get it and we buy it. And then when you look at it, it look like it's gonna be all good. Like, it got nature all on it. Look, nature all on the joint, and mountain springs, and it's called Poland Springs, and it's 100% natural, recycled bottles, and it is born in 1845 in Maine. Like, all of that seemed like it sound good, right? Right. So let's test it. And I didn't open this yet, as you can see, fresh net. So let's see. Let me get a little bit more room right here. There we go. There we go. Can you see the glass? Oh, there you go. Okay. Darling, have a heart. Okay. Now, before I test it, what do y'all think the number's gonna be on this? Let me write this down. Poland Springs. What do y'all think the number's gonna be on this Poland Springs water? What do y'all think? Oh, we almost ready too. We almost ready. And I still got a lot more water left in the pot. Even though you see it's like a lot of steam escaping, you see all the steam escaping, it's still steam escaping, we still getting a good amount of liquid water. We're still getting a very good amount of liquid water. So this could be something you could just do. Just put it on, just put the pot on and roll out. You know what I mean? Go get dressed, chop up some grub, do something else. Just let it go and let it do its thing. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be straight, You could do it just to have water for the morning. You could do it just to have, just so it's there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said 180, 75, 69. Okay. I don't know. Not that I didn't test it before. I definitely tested it before. I just don't remember. All of these numbers kind of sound good. You know what I mean? It's a lot of 9s and 6s around here. We've been hearing this a lot this evening. Alright, so let's see. Let's see what the Poland Spring is. Alright. The Poland Spring. Let's see, turn the TDS meter on. It's on. We're at 0. Right? We're at 0. Let's give it a shot. Wow. Somebody is good. Wow. Not all the way a damn psychic, but you good. You might got a TDS meter at the crib. So this is 63 parts per million. 63 parts per million. You know what I'm saying? 63 parts per million. Alright? So far, you would much rather drink the Deer Park than to drink the damn tap water. The tap water, 63. Let me write that down. 63 ppm. 63 parts per million. Now, we don't know what those parts per million are. Like, it's another test that we could do, you know, to get exactly what is in it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want it. You don't want to drink it. That's the bottom line. You don't want to drink it because those dissolved solid materials lodge themselves in your bones, in your joints, in your kidney stones, in your gallbladder. Like, you don't want those solid materials because they're going to re-solidify into your body. Your body's going to hold that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because your liquids get processed by your gallbladder, your kidneys, then it come out your urine. My man had a kidney stone. You know how you get rid of a kidney stone? You got to pee it out, bruh. It got to come out your... Yeah, and that's painful. Don't put it in there. Just don't do it. Somebody asked me a question. Hold on, let me see. Okay, what can help you catch more steam? It's a piece of PEX. It's plumbing. It's for plumbing. It's a plumbing joint. It's rated to handle hot water. You know what I'm saying? That's why I used it. It has the rating to deal with hot water. It's PEX. To catch more steam, put a lid on it. Either put a lid on it, or I would use a longer hose so that the steam travels a little bit longer. And as it travels longer, it actually cools down into a liquid form. So if I had a longer hose with a little bit of a spiral in that joint, you know what I'm saying, like that will help me to catch more steam and obviously get more water faster, because we losing like twice the amount of water, you know what I'm saying, of steam with the water, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, we could have doubled that amount. We ain't been here that long, but we could have doubled that amount already. And there's still a lot of water left in the pot. It's a little hot right now, so I ain't gonna touch the lid of the pot. I'm about to turn it off and just let it chill, let it calm down for a minute, and then I'm cause it's probably hot, there's a steam all on it. I ain't gonna grab it right now, but I'm gonna let it calm down, I'm gonna let it get cool, and then we're gonna pull it out. We're gonna test it, all right? And you know what's crazy? Like, usually you would drink some Poland Spring, right? But now that you know it's 63 parts per million of total dissolved solid material in here, you kind of don't want to drink it. Like, I'm looking at it like, nah, son. You know what I'm saying? Nah, like, not yet, bruh. We still got one more to do. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. So this is an empty glass. So I'm going to transfer it from that tall glass to this glass, because it's kind of too tall. I'm going to have to stick the meter in. You know what I mean? Chosen, what up, God? Peace and love. So that was the Poland. Let me get rid of that. Let me put that over there so we don't confuse nothing. And should I just turn it off now? I'll turn it off now, because we're going to build for a little bit while I'm fucking with it. Alright, so we're going to let that chill. We're going to let that cool down. What about the distilled bottles you can buy at the store? I advise you to make sure you get a meter. You know what I'm saying? Send the exhaust through cold water. It will condense the vapor back in the liquid. That's a theory. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Let me know. You know, this is all trial and error, man. You know, this is science. We're scientists. You know what I'm saying? I just did something real quick out of household items just so I can show the people. I can show you that it's easy. It ain't difficult. It's just applying the knowledge and, you know, actually doing something with it. And we're going to go deeper, too. We're going to go deeper. It's difficult for me to say when I'll be ready for this next level, yo. I'm telling you, I'm scared, because I almost blew my damn self up. Almost blew my kitchen up last time I tried this shit. But I'm confident enough to try it again, the next level. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go to alchemy. This is chemistry right now. Then we're going to go to the alchemics. We're going to actually build these compounds. You know what I'm saying? We're going to build it. I want to be able to grow gold. in my kitchen. I want to grow some gold, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like in my house, I want to have, like, we can do it. Like, we can do it. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors did it. They already did it. Like, this is our culture. This is our history. This is our birthright. This is our inheritance. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take this shit back. It's the only way we can do it. We gotta take this shit back. You gotta be brave enough to just go out on a limb and do the shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just get out there and just do the shit. Don't fuck around. Like, you know, this is not easy to challenge all of the concepts, all of the programming that you've been under. It's not easy to do that. You gotta want to do that. I didn't think I would be doing what I'm doing now. Like, I had no concept, man. I used to sell weed. I used to smoke a lot of weed. I used to shoot at niggas. I used to do all of that shit, man. You know, not too long ago. And I just realized that it was a lot more to life that I was missing out on because I wasn't challenging myself. You know, when I went to school, it wasn't cool to be the smart guy. It wasn't cool to do your homework and raise your hand and answer all the questions. That shit wasn't cool. The dude who did that, we used to bully him. You know, we used to bully the smart guy in the class. We used to pick on the nigga that did his homework, like, and that was crazy. So as a consequence of living in that type of environment, what I did was I dumbed myself down. I was acting like a criminal. I was acting like a thug. I was acting like a fucking idiot. And I didn't even realize it until I got locked up and me getting arrested and adjudicated to like this all boys school that was like, just, you had to be locked up to go to the school. And once they put me in that type of environment where there was no teacher always on your back, there was no parents always on your back to try to get you to, there was none of that. It's whatever you want to do, you could do. And I got tired of fronting. I got tired of stunning my own growth. So as a consequence, I went straight to the library. You know, I went straight to class. I went straight to my shop. I went straight to, you know, getting my vocation skills up. I went straight into actually doing things. And me doing that got me a scholarship. And then I got a scholarship. And, you know, the rest is history. You know, I did a bunch of stuff, man. Like, and it actually showed me, like, it proved to me that I was intelligent. I didn't even know I was smart as I was until I'm taking these tests and I'm like top of the class for shit. And I'm like, damn, I'm top of the class. Like, this is amazing. Like, I never did work. Like, I was never into work. Like, I was never into homework. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I was never in the classwork. I wasn't into none of that shit. So, you know, intelligence is inside of us. You know, etymology of the word educate comes from educare, which is to bring out, to bring something out of you that's already in you. It's already in you. You know what I mean? It's already in you. We got to bring that out of you. You know what I mean? So we definitely going to get we're going to get busy with this joint. It's cooling down. It's cooling down. I want to show you inside the pot to show you how much water actually evaporated. And I want to show you both sides. I want to show you what's in the cup, and I want to show you what came out of the pot. You know what I'm saying? So just let it cool off for a minute. Excuse me. It's almost ready. Matter of fact, it's ready, man. I'm hyped. All right, boom. So let's get it. Plus, I got my little dashiki over here. This could help me out. All right. Oh, yeah, that's hot. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, son. Oh, no, that's hot. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, that's hot. Oh, cheese and crackers. Okay. So, look. Yo, there's still a lot of water in there. You see that? It's still a lot of water in there. Only a little bit of the water came out. You see that? There's still a lot of water. And we've collected, oh, cheese and crackers. We've collected enough, wouldn't you say? Or should I let it go some more? I'll let it go some more. I'll let it go some more. Just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. All right, just a little bit longer. All right. What'd you say? Chief moved to the jungle and drink straight from pure springs. Yo, why does my phone keep dying? Like, this joint is crazy. Let me plug up real quick. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. Just like Poland Springs, they say that they advertise this as spring water, right? Natural spring water has dissolved solid materials in it. It has minerals. It has minerals in it already. But the difference is that water is moving. Like even on this bottle, like they show you, it's water moving. It's like a little river or a brook or a stream. That water is moving, and when that water moves, that oxygen, pushes out. It pushes downstream the bullshit. Like it moves. Like like if you are lost in the woods or if you're out in nature, you don't drink water from a puddle of water that's just sitting there, because those minerals can go bad. Those minerals can grow into bacteria when they go bad. It's just like anything else. You have to keep it moving. That's why you got a filter on your fish tank, to move the water, to move it. You got to move it. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. So you want the water to move. The only issue is when you go to get this spring water from the store, is it moving? No, it's just sitting there. So why hasn't it got moldy? Why hasn't it got bacteria? Like, why is there no bacteria growing inside of here? Because this type of water, this spring water, is treated with a chemical. They chemically treat this water so it doesn't go bad, so it doesn't grow bacteria. They chemically treat this water. You're drinking chemicals. A real natural spring water needs to come from a natural spring, and it has a shelf life. You got to drink that damn near now. It has a shelf life. This water is not natural spring water. They put chemicals in this water. They have to, or else there would be bacteria growing out of the minerals that's in the water. So you don't want to necessarily drink, spring water. You know what I mean? Because you're going to buy it. First, it travel on the truck. Then they put it in the market. Then you buy it. It's sitting in your house for I don't know how long before you get to the damn water. You don't know how long that water been sitting there. How can it sit there that long and not have any bacteria in it? The only thing that we can eat or drink in nature that doesn't have a shelf life is honey. Like, that's the only thing that cannot go bad is honey. It'll crystallize, but you can still, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mold. It doesn't have bacteria that grow in it. That's honey. And this ain't no damn honey. This got extra total dissolved solid materials in it that you don't even know what it is. And what they do is they add chemicals to it so bacteria doesn't grow in it. So this is not really what you want to drink. This is not ideal drinking water. Ideal drinking water has in between 0 and 50. It tells you that on the damn Environmental Protection Agency is telling you that. The EPA tells you that. Between 0 and 50 is ideal drinking water. Poland Springs is not ideal drinking water. No. The tap water is not ideal drinking water. And it's the same water we bathe our children with. It's the same water we cook our food with. It's the same water you wash your face with. And you worried about some damn coronavirus. And you antibacterial and washing your hands. And like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, it's so much flim-flammery out here. The shit is crazy. And then we got Negroes want to talk about some elected official that's going to change things. They're not talking about this. They're not talking about this stuff that's causing us arthritis, diabetes, kidney stones, all type of other maladies. We don't even know the measurements of it for real, because we haven't really studied it until now. I don't know anybody else that's doing this. I don't. If it is, you could put me on. I don't know them. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So this is about us exercising our intelligence and our culture and actually studying the masters, because the people who gave us this, from Kemet, chemistry from Kemet, they were masters. They were masters at chemistry. They are the inventors. Like, to be a master, you got to study and master, I think that's enough water, yo. I'm hyped. I'm ready to see it. Y'all ready to see it? Let me see some guesses. What y'all think is going to be? Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Hold on, let me bring y'all in real quick. My phone ain't never gonna charge. I've been uncharging this, unplugging it, and plugging it back up. Okay. Okay, so that's the water we collecting in there. Yo, I'm hype, yo. I'm hype. So, let me break this down again for anybody who's new in here. So we took some water from the tap, and the tap water was 299 parts per million total dissolved solid materials in the water. It was 299 total dissolved solid materials in the water. 299. We put that water in this pot, right? And the steam escaping from this lid. I gotta tighten that lid up. Alright, it's cool because it's still steam, but it's like it's less steam that's coming out the damn. Right, there we go. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so as the steam rises, see, hydrogen and oxygen is what's in water. That's H2O. H2O is water. Hydrogen and oxygen. So as the hydrogen and oxygen turns into steam, it leaves the dissolved solid materials in the pot. They actually go to the bottom of the pot. You got to clean your pot after you're done, because the dissolved solid materials will be in the bottom of the pot. Some of them will be around the lid and in the bottom of the pot. And the actual pure hydrogen and oxygen is what's in the steam. And the steam goes through this tube, and you can see it turning into liquid water. If you look closer, you can see it going into liquid water. It's hot, you know, and it's collecting, re-liquefying in this cup. Alright? So this is the process, and you can keep doing it and doing it depending on what type of material you're using. You know, you might still have some contaminants in there, but we're attempting to kick Poland Springs ass. Definitely we're going to refine this 299. We definitely going to bust that in the, we're going to knock that out the park. But we're definitely running at Poland Springs right now, and they got the title right now because we tested the tap, it was 299. We tested Poland Springs, it was 63, and I think that's enough, yo. Let me turn this off because I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Absolutely. The water stores memory. You know. And that's another part of the that's like part 2. You know what I'm saying? It's the distillation process and it's the bottling process. Hold on. Okay, somebody says it's going to be 20. 0 would be proof that it works. I agree with you. Oh, okay, the lid wasn't all the way on. Now the lid is all the way on. Look at all that water. Look at that. You know, so this could even work. Yeah, it might kick it up a little bit. But you know, it's all part of the process. You know what I'm saying? You can do it, and then you can refine it and try it again. So if you're in your neighborhood and you go to your local Walmart or whatever, get waters, and all of these crazy people and bought all the damn waters, and you don't want to drink the tap water because you know it's poison, what you could do is you could take that tap water, retrofit a tea kettle to actually have its hose on there. This hose will collect the steam, and then it will solidify it back into liquid water, leaving behind all of the toxins, the total dissolved solid material, the potential lead, the fluoride, all of those other elements and compounds do not go to steam. Water is hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen are also steam. They can convert to a gas. So we're collecting this, and we're going to turn it back into liquid in this cup. All right? So let me let it calm down. Let me let it cool off, and then we're going to get it popping. Yeah, it's still a little hot. And it's probably still like a nice amount of water in here. Hold on. Let me show you this. Woo! Cheese and crackers. Yeah, it's still a nice amount of water in there. You know what I mean? So it ain't like, we used a lot of water just to get a little bit of water. We only used a little bit of water, and we got a little bit of water back. Like, we got a nice little bit in return. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, to leave a residue, yeah. You a hundo with that. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's just hot. Yo, that's just hot. I'm hyped, but I ain't gonna burn my damn self. Give me a minute. We almost ready. All right, so what were some other guesses? Because keep in mind, this was 299. This was 299 parts per million when it was in the pot. So converting it to steam and to reliquefying it on the other side, how many parts per million do you think we lost? Because it ain't like we tested the whole pot. We just had a cup. One little cup of water with like this much water in it had 299 parts per million. So we got that much water. How much do you think it is? How much do we lose? Did we lose 200? And then we got it down to 99? Like, did we lose 299? Like, is that possible? Did we lose 290? And we got 9? Like, what do you think? Give me some more guesses. Somebody said 7. That would be great. Because, ideal drinking water is between 0 and 50. Somebody said 11 or 13. That would be great too. That would be fucking awesome. 10 at max. Okay. Listen, I want to see somebody else repeat this process at their crib, share the video, and, and actually do it. Like, even if, you take it down to 50, like, that's a bonus because that's ideal drinking water. That's going to be in between 0 and 50. That's the goal. That's the benchmark, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. But that don't stop them from allowing 299 parts per million to be in my fucking tap water right now. That's what I'm flamed about because, nobody is talking about this. Like, nobody, not your damn principal, not your doctor, not your mayor, not your governor, definitely not your damn president. Like, nobody's talking about this. Like, this is what's so crazy about it. Like, it's not even ideal drinking water. This is not what we should be having. But yet they give it to us in our homes. And we cook and feed our babies with this. Like, we wash our bodies with this. And they want to tell you, wash your hands to be wary of the coronavirus. Nigga, this dirty ass water is not even real water. You gave me a whole airbag, nigga. Like, where the rest of my chips at? Like, don't you hate that? Like, how much of this water is really water? Like, it's not even all water. It's like they got mixed dirt in with the damn water. Like, you drinking dirt, nigga. You don't even know what you drinking. Like, this could be a damn abandoned car in this joint. Like, drinking a whole abandoned car, my nigga. Like, it's terrible. Terrible. Oh, hold up. Damn, I ain't charged my phone. I think I'm cool now, though. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. So we're going to take this junk. Okay. It's still good. It's still good. It's still good. It's still good. Okay. Okay. Can you hold up? Okay. So we're gonna transfer it to this glass. Should I rinse this out real quick? This is the dirty ass Poland Spring. Well, I don't know, because I rinse it out, it's gonna be $2.99. Yeah, I ain't gonna rinse it out. It's just gonna rack out. Right, so the Poland was 60. The Poland was 63 though. Alright. The Poland was 63. You know what I'm saying? This was $2.99. We took the $2.99 and distilled it, and now we're gonna see exactly what it did with our distillation process. All right, and this, just like I said, this is something you put under your hat. Like, you never know. Like, you never know. Like, shit is getting scarier and scarier out this joint. Like, people are so driven by fear. They went crazy in the store in my neighborhood, took everything off the shelves. So let's see what this joint is. Drum roll, please. Let's go. I'm gonna transfer it to the Zoom glass because I don't want to be trying to stretch my hand. Now look, ain't a bad amount of water right there. Like, that's not a bad amount for what we did. Like, that ain't bad. Don't change. Now you tell me don't change the glass? Alright, whatever. We can do another one after this one. Cheese and crackers. Alright, cool. So, let's see. Where's the meter at? Okay, let's run it. This got me happy now. Alright, so turn it on. Get 0, right? Somebody said 11. Somebody said 10. All right, let's see where we're going. Now, we came from $2.99. We started $2.99. Let's go. Ideal is between 0 and 50. Wow. Wow. All right, let's go. 4 parts per million. 4 parts per million, yo. We took down 295 parts per million. We had 4 parts per million. This what you want to drink. This what you want to drink. I was going to take a sip of the Poland Springs. I was tempted, but I didn't do it. I'm grateful that I didn't do it. So this is what we want. Now I can take a sip. It's still warm, but yeah, it's still warm. But I'm comfortable that I'm not going to get arthritis, osteoporosis, or kidney stones. Yo, it tastes good. It tastes banging. Like, it don't taste like it's crazy or nothing. It tastes like this water. It's water. It's not hot, like hot, but it ain't cold. You know what I mean? But this, it don't taste crazy. It tastes like fucking like it's supposed to taste like about 4 parts per million. Yo, you know what I mean? That's what it tastes like, yo. Yo. Yeah. So this was chemistry. You know what I'm saying? We doing chemistry. Like, there's elements and compounds. We talking about elements and compounds. We talking about chemistry. A cocktail of 200 parts per million. We don't even know the exact parts that's in the water because we didn't do that test. But what we did is we took that cocktail and we extracted the hydrogen and the oxygen out of it. Damn near nothing but the hydrogen and oxygen out of that joint. And now we got pure water, even better than the product that Deer Park, Poland Spring is giving us. Better than the product that the city is giving us. Better than what the government and these corporations giving us. Do it on your own. How about that? How about that? How about that? You can do better on your own. Literally, you can do better on your own with some household appliances. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Gagga greetings, man. You late, man. You missed it, man. We just made history in here, man. We just made history. His story, our story. Chemistry. Black magic. We just did black magic in the kitchen. In the lab. Huh? We just did black magic. What? Yo, ppm. Is the tea more ppm? Of course the tea would be more ppm. We making tea. But you know it's like you know what's in the tea. That's the difference. You know what's in the tea. Oh, hold on, let me plug my phone back up. Excuse me. Somebody asked how was the lasagna. Man, the lasagna was slamming. Is you crazy? Lasagna was slamming. Make you slap a midget. That lasagna was so good. You some of that lasagna, a midget knock your food out your hand. You kick the shit out there, man. That shit was delicious. Delicious. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, I got, man, I cook a lot, dog. Like, my chef game is above par. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be getting it in. I might make some plantain empanadas for y'all next time. You know, I just cooked up my ingredients and went to the store because they bought every goddamn thing. I was mad as shit when I got to the store. There wasn't nothing in there I wanted. You know what I mean? But I'll make some plantain empanadas probably next. Well, I do stuff every day. I just don't post all my food all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to turn into one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you missed it. You missed it. You missed it. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to share the live, so it's going to be up. So you can run it back and go through the joint. You know what I'm saying? But we just bust Poland Spring ass. We just bust the city of Philadelphia ass. The Environmental Protection Agency ass. We just served a bunch of motherfuckers in here. Got served this evening. They got served. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, you ain't never lied. We definitely are a fucking water bender over here. Listen, this the age of Aquarius. You know what I'm talking about? This shit popping. So, you know, with that being said, people say, what can us study our culture and knowing our culture do for us? How can we apply that? Like, that's some of the silliest shit I ever heard when we know that, you know, we're talking about elements and compounds. We're talking about chemistry. Everything in the universe. Every known thing in the universe. How can it not benefit you to study every known thing in the universe and understand how it functions and manipulate that to make your life the best that you can make it? And just understanding that right there, I can do more. I can apply this to my water coming out of my sink, coming out of my tub, coming out. I can apply this in so many different ways. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, and then to know that alchemy is an offshoot from chemistry, then we getting into a whole nother bag, you know. And that's the level I want to go to next. But I know I got to take my time with it because I almost blew myself up last time. But I'm gonna do it anyway, and I'm gonna go live with it, and I'm gonna show all of y'all. I might even post it because what it is it's gonna make a breakthrough, because we used to turn lead into gold. The alchemists, those Kemetic ancestors that we share DNA with, who gave the world chemistry, it was said that they could take a piece of lead and come back with that piece of lead turned into gold. The only way they could do that is by studying these elements and compounds. And we're going to break that shit down. I'm going to break that shit wide open for you. Like, I might be the first person, I'll be the first person I know to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared to do it. Like, I'm not scared to try it. After studying the mathematics for so long and getting comfortable with it, I'm comfortable with doing it. I'm comfortable with doing it. So what it is we're going into the waves, the primary waterways of none. You know what I'm saying? To understand that fully, we got to understand these forces. You know, these waves are like force fields. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like waves of energy. You know, in the Bible it says that God spoke everything into existence. He said, "Let there be light." But in order to speak, it requires sound, and sound travels on waves. Light travels on waves. You see what I'm saying? These are waves. These waves are force fields. So you got to understand these force fields. So when the proton, neutron, and electron are together, right, inside of an atom, what is keeping them together? That force that's keeping them together, right, creates a wave. This is a force field. And then there's a force that's keeping them from shooting out. That force that's keeping them from shooting out is another wave, which is another force field. then that force field created by that electron circulating that atom creates a whole nother wave, a whole nother force field, you know, and the force that keeps that electron sticking to the surface of that atom is a whole nother force field. It's a whole nother wave. So it's a lot to break down, and it gets so small. So first, we already figured out how to extract the hydrogen and oxygen. We've done that. That's a mission accomplished right there. If I didn't see a mission, that was a mission accomplished. We took it from 299 down to 4. You know what I'm saying? Down to 4. We took it from 299 to 4. We extracted the hydrogen and the oxygen from the water. Now, when we think about this, we're taking atoms. Ooh, we took atoms from a liquid form to a gas form, then back to a liquid form. Low key, this is alchemy. This is chemistry, but this is alchemics because it's transformation. We took it from a liquid to a gas, then back to a liquid. This was heavy. This was some deep shit, and we controlled it. We didn't control it 100%. We could tighten up the system. I believe if we tightened up the system, we invest a little bit more. Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying. It's a success. We actually did it. Like, we did it. You know, there were other factors that contributed to giving that 4 parts per million, but in the overall scheme, we can tighten it up. If we tighten up the system, we tighten up how we did it, we can actually get that number lower. We can get it to 0. It's not going to be difficult. I've done it before. You know what I'm saying? What about the chlorine? No, it doesn't turn into a gas. I mean, you can turn it into a gas when you accompany it with water. I don't think it's not as light as hydrogen and oxygen. You know what I'm saying? You was late. That's why I told you was late. Man, you got to run it back, dog. You got to run it back. We done went too damn far. I ain't even gonna hold you. And it's like whatever the fuck at night. It's like it's too close to. Yeah. I'm gonna share the video, so it's gonna go up. You can just rewind and watch it again, and it's gonna be popping. Trust me. And the next one will be even heavier because we're getting into the alchemy. You know what I'm saying? The alchemist is back, nigga. The gods is back. We're here. Like, this shit is for real right now. It's really going down. Like, for real. You know what I mean? So, and we did that, you know, which was relatively easy, you know, but with some flawed things in our system, we could tighten up our system, we could do it again, and get it back down to a more comfortable number, and we can get more. I said we do it and get more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The glass did. It wasn't, a sterile situation that we used, but you know, it's just for the test. I still taste it though. It still tastes good. It's better than that damn Poland Spring. You know what I'm saying? It's better than the tip. You know what I mean? So I would believe we call it a success. You know what I'm saying? I believe we call it a success. You know what I'm saying? And we can go back and just tighten it up. Tighten up the system, and we can try it again. You know, I'd say we try it 5 times and see what the the mean is. You know what I'm saying? See what the mean is. And feel free to try it in your crib, man. Try it at the crib. Go to Amazon, buy yourself a TDS meter. Alright? Buy yourself a TDS meter, total dissolved solid material meter. And with this meter, you can test the damn water. You can figure out exactly how you should address this situation, because you never know what you're drinking. You can't go off of what they say on the labels. It said this natural spring water, they lying. You know that's what they do for marketing. They just slap words on products and it make the shit sell. They just slap organic on some shit and niggas buy it. Like, they just slap natural on some shit and niggas buy it. It just is what it is. It's a marketing strategy. And it works, especially with these fear tactics that they use. Like, it works. But our sword and our shield is knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Our sword and our shield is knowledge. This will protect us, and this will slay all the enemies. Like, we ain't got to worry about none of this bullshit when we actually exercise our intelligence, hold on to our culture, and get back what we've lost. We're having a Sankofa moment. We're getting back what we've lost. Sankofa. See what I'm saying? So this was definitely a success. I'm glad that you all are here. You could have been anywhere else in the universe, but you're here with me, and we just dropped some knowledge together. We did this together. You know what I'm saying? This was definitely a breakthrough, and I can't wait for the next time. So I think maybe tomorrow night we can go over the concepts of alchemy before we actually get into the experiment. There's a couple things that I did. Oh, you know what? I wanted to test the rain too, show you the rain, but it didn't rain. It didn't rain. I'm waiting for the rain too, but I can show you the rain. You know what I mean? I got a post on my page. I did the rain like last year. I did the rain. You know what I mean? But I can do it again. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you said you got one. Yeah, well, pull out that TDS and let's get some chemistry popping. You know, and it was amazing what we just did when you think about it. Like, we took it from a liquid to a gas back to a liquid. Like, we broke that shit down real quick, yo. Like, we broke it down. Like, that was heavy. That was heavy. That was nice, yo. We broke that shit down. That was banging. But I think tomorrow we can maybe get into the alchemy, man. So, you know, if you up and you down for it, just shoot me a message, because you know I'll be all over the damn place. But I'm gonna have to bid you all adieu. This is your brother, and I love you because I love myself. Peace.